I have sentence 12, and it reads, Postquam aliquid vini bibit rem totam explicavit. The first thing to do before labeling and translating is to chunk the clauses. And so we know there's at least one clause because it is a sentence. And we have a comma here and a conjunction, which is postquam. The conjunction postquam. So we know that begins another clause. And so the clause breaks off after bibit, and the next clause starts at rem. And after we chunked, we then label the sentence, and the first thing to do is look for the subject of each clause. In the first clause, the only noun is Winnie, and because Winnie ends in a long I, we know that it can either be nominative masculine and plural, or genitive masculine and singular. Now, the verb bibit ends in a T, which is a third-person singular ending, so we know that Winnie cannot be the subject of the clause. Therefore, the understood subject of he is attached to the verb and refers to Euclides in the previous sentences. So I'll label our subject-verb combo, and Winnie is genitive. And then the last word in our clause, which we haven't labeled, is aliquid. And it is a pronoun that has a dictionary entry of aliquis, aliquid. Therefore, we know that it is neuter. And our second clause, I'll write an N for neuter. Our second clause reads rem totam explicavit. And it also has an understood subject, which is also he, because the only noun in the clause rem is accusative, as we can see from the em ending, and it being a fifth declension and feminine noun. And the verb explicavit is perfect tense because of the stem explicava ending in the V can be found in the third principal part of the verb. So I'll put our subject-verb combo there too. And totam is an adjective that modifies rem because they both agree in gender, number, and case. And totam's am ending, as we can see from the am ending, shows that it is also feminine, singular, and accusative. And to translate, we start, here I'll just draw an arrow to the noun. Okay, so to translate, we start at the beginning of the sentence, which is postquam. And so postquam means after. And then we go to our subject-verb combo. And because of the understood subject of he, it would be after he. And bibit is the verb meaning to drink. And because it is perfect, it is translated drink. And we know it is perfect because of the third principal part being bibi, and the it ending is the third person singular perfect tense ending. So after he drank. And aliquid means someone or something because it is neuter and it is translated something. And we can see it is the neuter because it is the second form of the two-entry pronoun. And so aliquid is neuter and it's something. Then we go to the Winnie, which is genitive, and so it's translated of wine or of the wine. And the literal translation of this clause is after he drank something of the wine. So I'll write that down here. Hang on. Okay. So something of the wine. And then we carry down our comma before we start the next part of the sentence. And then we go right to our subject-verb combo, and the understood subject is also he because it's referring to Euclides. And so that begins the next part of the sentence. And explicavit is the perfect tense of the verb to explain, as we can see from the ending it and the stem explicava ending with the V. And it is the perfect tense because we can find explica we ending in the V in the third principal part, which is the perfect form of the verb. So, translated, it would be he explained. And then what's left is our accusative rem and the adjective describing rem. So because rem is accusative, we know it is the direct object, as explicavit is a transitive verb, and we don't see any prepositions that might make rem the object of the preposition. So rem is a fifth declension noun, and it means a situation or a thing or a matter. So he explained the situation. And todam, because it is describing it, it means the whole. So that last part of the sentence would be, he explained the whole. Hang on. Okay. So he explained the whole situation. Okay, so the entire sentence would read, after he drank something of the wine, he explained the whole situation. Now, if you don't like something of the wine, you can substitute it for some of the wine, because that just sounds better, and that's normally what we say. And yes, I hope you found this helpful.